right, so the time is now for V3. So as you guys know, this version is V2 or V2.5 with the little wing plates that I did for Weekfest this past year. But V3, first in the world, 89 and 95 Toyota pickup, right? All right, so we got the cantilever in the back. Shit looks amazing. First in the world to have a K24 all-wheel drive turbo setup. So you know how this is the move right now, mounting the K24 this way. Now it'll be transaxle, so it'll be left to right, all-wheel drive, transmission shooting out to the back, CRV diff. It's gonna be insane, dude. So obviously, like, I had a lot of people kind of like lose interest because this took me a while, but the plan is about a year and a half with this one. I will update you as soon as I have an update. I'll be dropping videos more consistently. That has been a struggle in the past, but now we're gonna have this thing in the shop, so I'm gonna have content for you guys. So that is the goal. I took everything off. I didn't really even bother showing you guys because it's literally just removing. We're not adding anything new to it. We're just taking everything off that it had. The fender flares, the huge rear diffuser, and no, that is not for sale. It is over there, tucked away nicely. It is gonna be wrapped up and stored at my parents' house. So yeah, the truck has no idea what's coming for it. So essentially, this is what happens when you mix the 3 top JDM brands. You have Toyota, obviously, the chassis, and then we got a 240SX, that's Nissan, right? Rear subframe, custom fuel cell, and in the front we're gonna have Honda. So this is gonna be the truck you don't wanna race. This is gonna be the Civic you don't wanna race. And yeah, this is gonna be crazy, man. I'm super excited for it. But yeah, like I said, about a year and a half is what I'm shooting for. I do want to take it to Weekfest next year, depending on where it's at in the build, but it's only about a 15-20 minute drive from Kendrick to get there. So let's start driving to Kendrick Performance. We got a lot to do today. This feels weird, knowing it's like the last startup this engine is gonna do, and when I get there, it's just gonna turn off and not turn on. Well, not turn on for about a year and a half. So this is weird to think about. I'm sad. Let's get it. Stop to the gas station to pee. Damn, hella loud for what? Anyways, I'm about 5 minutes out from Kendrick. Let's see what Josh has to say. All right, so I was lightweight freaking out the entire drive here. I didn't even bother getting any B-roll, but basically I was driving in the front end, started shaking like crazy. So I pulled over and 2 of my lug nuts were loose. Damn. My buddies will say that's a skill issue, but we are here. We made it, tightened it back up. Just took the exit and we are turning. We are about 1 minute out from Kendrick Performance and I am stoked. So this is the last time. This is Josh right here. Here's the last time she turns off. She's done. Let's get started. So I gotta start taking apart the entire front suspension as well as the engine and the transmission, but I'm gonna do that next week because this is already gonna be a long day in and of itself. So I will be back to finish this, but let's see how much we can get done today.
Yesterday my mom found out I was a junkie, but she don't care cause I'm over here getting all this money. So I don't care if she don't care, just keep them perkies coming. You wonder where I got it on me, run on 40 drumming. Where you at? Hey, run it back. Babe, get the sack. Change this address. Race, where you at? Hey, run it back. Babe, get the sack. Change this address. Race.
It's a sad day. All the stuff is sold. Look at that. My hubs. I got them years ago. My coils, my rack and pinion, my upper control arms. Everything is sold. Homie Robbie picked it all up. Yeah, shout out to Robbie for making it easy for me because imagine having to take this all off and ship it to all parts of the US. So I'm glad, you know, it's going to someone that's local, has a big interest in Minitruck. So she's looking pretty dumb right now. This is what it reminds me of, just in case you're wondering. But yeah, this is how she sits for the moment. For today, next week, I will be coming back.
3 days later.
All right, so Josh just gave me a little breakdown of essentially what's gonna happen to this thing. So obviously, this is gonna be a one-of-one. It's just gonna be a pretty tough situation to get, you know, that K24 in there, get everything square. I'm gonna bring them the fully assembled subframe along with the upper control arms, lower control arms, the sway bar, everything, right, that I need for it. and then we are going to put it on a table and essentially just make a jig that bolts onto, and then we could just get that whole cradle and put it underneath the truck and start building off of that. So at this point, the truck is inside of the shop, and I went ahead and got started on taking apart the engine and transmission. I try to bring it out as one complete unit, that way I don't have to be underneath while taking out the transmission. Made my life a whole lot easier, and then get this engine bay all cleaned up. Got me a big old gray Y. I'm just kidding. This, I never pulled an engine before, so it's kind of a pain in the butt. I wanted to take it out with the trans, that way I don't have to be underneath, really close to the firewall, taking bolts out. So, oh, I thought someone was here. But basically, yeah, it's out. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the pallet. The buyer arrived a little bit earlier, so he's kind of just been waiting around for me, but let's get this thing on the pallet and say goodbye to the 22 RE. It's been a solid engine. 10 years I had that thing in here. This engine never came out for any reason. But obviously, you know, it had to come out. We got to start the K24 all-wheel drive turbo swap. So stick around for that, dude. The last time this truck was here, we went from 8,000 followers up to 35,000 followers. So let's see what V3 does with a K24 all-wheel drive turbo setup. First in the world for this generation pickup. So I'm super stoked for that. Let's wrap this thing up. She's off to the new owner. There she goes. My sweet little 22 RE engine, 10 years. Now we're broken up. Now it is K24 all-wheel drive turbo swap, so let's get it. Look at that, dude. A whole bunch of room for activities. Look at all this bird's nest of wiring. I'm gonna rip all the HID stuff out, make it a whole lot cleaner for the next version. We're gonna basically get rid of what we don't need, you know? Like obviously shave these holes. Who knows, we might even just rip this all out and start over. This is coming out, that's gonna be shaved right there. Yeah, we got a lot of work, dude. But the timer starts now. She's out, let's get it.